Actually, imao sam dobru temu because of that comment where it said, "Oh, you're gonna give up. U Bosni neće to uspjeti." Actually, I wanted to do a video about that. Why most people from diaspora they actually fail in business here, and why it doesn't end up working.
All right, let's get into it.
There was this one comment here. Let me show you guys. It was actually, I think, the longest comment I ever had. But it's not a bad comment, like no hate. Actually, I appreciate her writing this. It was more so the concern of not being able to achieve business goals in Bosnia. Because right now, when it came to running ads, most agencies here charged $500, $1,000. Our fee is going up to $3,000. Like no one believes that we can charge that much. And it's because most people were selling the service. They weren't selling what we could achieve for them. But it got me thinking, because a lot of people that are outside of Bosnia and they come with money, they open up a business here, they open up a restaurant or something, and they end up failing, and then they start telling other people, oh, it doesn't work. Bosnia is corrupt, it's never gonna work, there's no potential in Bosnia. But something that people need to understand is like business is hard, and people truly need to understand that like business is hard. Just because you come with money to Bosnia doesn't mean that you're gonna be successful. Because what I tell them is, were you successful in the US running a business? Like, okay, maybe you worked somewhere and you made some money doing something, and then you come here, you're like, I'm gonna open up a restaurant. And then it fails because you don't have restaurant experience. Just because you have the money and some connections to open up a restaurant doesn't mean that you know how to run a restaurant business. Same thing with like an agency, same thing with any business. It's like, it's hard running an agency. So it doesn't matter that you came to Bosnia, where I think it's easier to make it, because business is still hard no matter where you are. So if you didn't make it in the US, you're not gonna make it here. It's like a tip for Diaspora. If you want to come back here and open up something and you have money, understand that it's probably going to fail, because still 60% of businesses fail. But yet you're coming into a new market with a different mentality. So that 60%, I think it's almost closer to 90%. So yeah, most businesses will fail. And that's why we're here to run marketing for you. But it's just like a heads up for people, because like I see this comment, they're like, oh, it's cool that you're trying, but like it's not gonna work. It's gonna work because I already did it, in the US and Latin America. We're gonna do it in Bosnia because we have a good team here. Summit is here with the best connections in all of Bosnia. And that's like the biggest difference. So just because you have money doesn't mean that you're gonna make it here.
So what I think, one thing about like what I mentioned a couple of minutes earlier, is that people think that running a business is like so easy, because I have a couple of friends who are entrepreneurs. I thought as well before I met them, but like seeing their habits and like it's not a 9 to 5 anymore, it's 9 to 9, it's 9 to
24/7, bro.
24/7, yeah. I've just started filming with Amel, like what, it's 8th day,
yeah.
This one. And I've been to so many meetings in these past 8 days, more than I've been in like 2.5 years of working in digital marketing. So it's crazy. It's definitely crazy, but it's interesting in a way, so.
It's doable. But most people that have a marketing agency, they'll have 8 meetings in like a month. We have 8 meetings in like a day or 2 days. We have like, you gotta be cut from a different fabric. Have you heard of that saying? Like that's what it is. You just have to be different.
I don't think it's hard to make to run business. Actually, it's hard to make significant amount of profit.
That is true too.
Yeah. Sometimes you can run business like it will go with flow, but if you don't implement systems and everything, you will not make any profit.
100%. I agree. That's why we're gonna dominate. So, welcome to BHT, opet smo ovdje.
Zašto nešto? Yeah, that was not ours.
It wasn't, but this is one thing I appreciate about Bosnia, where it's not like there isn't like social awkwardness, and like I think the rule in the U.S. is like people are used to like their social space being like almost like I think it's almost 6 feet, bro. Honestly, but here it's like we're looking for a table, and this guy that was sitting here was still finishing his meal, and it's not like he said, "Hey, sit down." Like the waiter said, "Oh, you guys have room here, like for 3 seats," and we literally just sit down with them, and I mean he's still eating. Our food is coming. But it's normal. I think that's a good thing because you're kind of forced to socialize. You're forced to meet people. That's why I feel like the U.S. and a lot of the Western world, everyone's just like isolated. No one wants to talk. Everyone's like giving my own space. I don't know. We always fought so much to have my own peace and my own space, but like I think we fought too much. Now like we're on the bad side of that, where it's like everyone's like alone, which is crazy to me, bro. Like there's 7 billion people on this planet, and you can feel alone. Do you ever feel alone here in Bosnia?
Never.
But you know how many people in the US feel alone? Did you see in Tokyo how you can rent like a grandpa, like a sister or a girlfriend? Yeah, I mean, I think that's where the world is going unless we like realize that socializing is actually important. I'm gonna be renting a business partner. What do they call this? Sitni cevap, yo.
Sitni cevap, yes.
But it's not like ground meat. I call this like goulash. But I don't eat it with rice. I'm used to it with like crumpet, but it's good. Get the protein in it. No offense, but it's a better DJ than you, bro.
We're a barista now. See,
you know, like
entrepreneur.
Whatever you gotta do, bro. That's why I say it's hard being a business owner. You know what I usually say I am? When I meet people like at events, they're like, "Oh, so what do you do?" I usually say I'm the janitor.
Janitor.
Yeah, because then like expectations are low, and that also doesn't sound like, "Oh, he's trying to show off, CEO." It's like, dude, no one cares. And then they find out later that you're the CEO. They're like, "Oh shit, that guy's so cool." That's so cool. See, barista training. This is how you hold 2 coffees. Because my mom owned a coffee shop in Jacksonville, so.
You know your trade.
Yeah.
Zdravo, zdravo.
I have a question for you. Whenever you close a client, what kind of emotions do you feel?
Before I used to get excited for my own benefit. Now I'm excited for their benefit. The emotion that I get is excitement for them. The fact that, you know, the people that we just spoke to, family, I think that had 2 kids, super nice couple, well, technically a family. And I know that a system that is predictable and extra revenue will make their life easier. That's what excites me, and that's what makes me happy. And then when in a month, when we go through the struggle, and then month 2 they start seeing the results, and then month 3 they start hiring more people and delegating. Month 4 it's like a legit business. That's amazing. I get excited for that because my personal like revenue, like I kind of already hit that, so it's like getting more money like doesn't make me happier. It's just like helping others make more money. That's what makes me happy.
Just so you know, Amel reads all your comments.
All of them. And weirdly enough, like I truly never get offended. This whole thing with me moving to Bosnia, dude, you know how many times they told me, don't be the guy that does YouTube videos. Don't be the guy that has a camera around you. Everyone's gonna make fun of you. Don't be the guy with a G-Wagon because everyone's gonna try to screw you over. Don't have a neon color on your G-Wagon because you don't want all that attention. Don't do business in Bosnia, just enjoy Bosnia. Like that thing doesn't even like affect me like 1 second because I don't know, I just do me. And I think the more that people tell me not to do something, I do it more. I truly enjoy this. Like I enjoy YouTube videos. I enjoy having Hamza with me. I enjoy my G-Wagon. I enjoy like the way I am. And I don't want to change the way I am because I like the way I am.
What I think, because I've experienced that in high school, when I started doing like YouTube videos and stuff, everyone was like, "Oh, that's so cringe, why are you doing that?" Blah blah blah, stuff like that. I think that most of the people that have that way of thinking are not gonna get that far in life.
They're not.
You gotta be sometimes cringe.
You have to. You have to be different. That's all it is.
Yeah, different. Being different is what truly like sets you apart from people, obviously, but it also like builds your character. You establish connections with people that are also doing cringy stuff. It sets you apart, and then in a couple of years, those same people that were telling you, oh, you're so cringe and stuff, are gonna congratulate you.
That's right.
And then you're gonna say F you to them, you know.
No, it's funny because they say like first they hate on you, and then they start to accept you, and then they ask you how you did it. Because even when I started my agency, they're like, why are you doing it, bro? You're never gonna be successful. And then they're like, okay, it's not that bad. And then they're like, hey, by the way, would you mentor me? Same people that like hated on me, now they're like, hey, can you help me? So like to me, I do me, because if I wasn't different, I wouldn't be living a different life. I'd be working 9 to 5, driving a Golf. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to move to Bosnia because I wouldn't have established my brand, my business, stuff like that. I would be stuck working a job. You know that first video when you're like, is there something you want to tell yourself? I'm like, I'm just proud of myself for being different and not letting like those comments or thoughts like change me. But the thing is, like, some people like that, some people don't. Because like me being different, I'm a different character. So like sometimes I meet people and they don't like the way I am. That's who I am, and it's like that's what helped me achieve things. Like I am to the point, and that helps me in business. Well, a lot of people now being in Bosnia, like one question is like, how's it different here? And we talked about it where like people are expecting me to speak about myself a little bit more. When they're like, why do you do this? How do you do that? Tell me about yourself. I'm usually just to the point, and I feel like they think I'm hiding something because I'm not elaborating. But to me, like, time is money. You know, get it done, bro. Get it done.
So another meeting.
Yeah, but we're not gonna record this one, and we'll see you guys after.
All right.
I think we're gonna wrap up the vlog here. Was it a good day?
It was a good day, interesting day.
Yeah, we couldn't
Not too
record this
bad.
last meeting because there are like a lot of people in Bosnia that are involved in politics. I don't like working with those people. I feel like since so many people are involved in politics, you're gonna have to work with some. But he's not really a politician. So there's a lot of organizations that are focused on like certain sectors. So like lobbying, stuff like that. Couldn't record that one. It was a decent meeting. Tomorrow I'm gonna get a haircut, so I'm gonna look fresh after this video. Hopefully they don't screw me up, bro.
First Bosnian haircut.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So haircut tomorrow, and then we're gonna record some videos for Lilium. It should be a chill day.
All right.
But yeah, if you guys aren't subscribed, hit the button below. I think we're gonna get more and more views. It's kind of starting slow, but then I'm hoping these videos are interesting so that you guys come back. And also, as you guys saw, read all the comments. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Like, how do you guys think everything's going? Would you guys do anything different if you were in my shoes? What are some things that you think I should look out for running a business in Bosnia or just being in Bosnia? But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.
We need feedback. Yeah.
See you guys in the next video. Peace.
All right. Peace.